Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis, and tonight I'm making this video because my previous videos for Festival of the Lost, tips to get your Spectral pages, and candy as well, are now unfortunately inaccurate. Because what I first thought was going to be Expunge in my first video, then I was corrected on Twitter and informed there were other ways. Wrathborn Hunts and Lake of Shadows Nightfall can also be done fairly quickly. I got Expunge down to like 3 minutes and 34 seconds, it was given 5 pages. Yeah, it would be a lot of Expunges, but that's still decent. Well, Bungie had other ideas. So tonight, October 14th, 7 o'clock my time, they dropped a tweet from Bungie Help, and it says, a change has been deployed to limit Spectral pages and candy rewards in Wrathborn Hunts, Expunge missions, and Lake of Shadows Nightfall. The Nightfall change will be reverted next Tuesday at reset. Basically, what does this mean? We were all doing it too quickly and too efficiently for their liking, and they've chosen to change that. And by change that, I mean basically shoot these 3 options in the face. Wrathborn Hunts, I think they're dropping maybe 1 page, and I don't even know if any candy's dropping. Expunge is similar. Both of those are basically 0 to 1 possible pages. Candy, I'm not even sure, but the pages were the bigger one. Lake of Shadows Nightfall is down to 2. Every other option I'm going to show you at the second half of this video is better than even 2 for that Nightfall. So, unfortunately, my previous videos are now useless, and I've got to make you another one to tell you of what the actual options are that Bungie wants you to do. I don't know if you guys are picking up my frustration in this video. I hate, honestly, having to make this video because this seems like such an unnecessary change for a limited time activity, and I'm probably generally going to be one of those that's relatively nice to Bungie in the grand scheme of things, but this is an ultimate head scratcher for me, and honestly, I'm just going to call it as it is. This sucks. I normally don't get this deep into something like this, but I don't like it. There is no reason for this in a limited time activity that some people were going to be efficient about this when half of the Destiny player base may not even watch a YouTube video to figure out what the fastest way to do this stuff is, may not have a group to do some of these things, and if you're soloing Expunge in 3.5 minutes like I was, well, then you're actually probably earning those pages, in my opinion. Either way, let's go to the directory and see what your best options are actually going to be. So I'm going to show you guys on what I would consider the relative slowest to relative fastest / most efficient. Crucible is going to be one of them. This week, at least during, the first week of Festival of the Lost, from what is this going to be, October 12th to October, 19th at reset, Team Scorched is here. This is actually a fairly fast Crucible match. You can do the match in about 5 minutes, depending on if it goes well. It could be 4.5 or something like that. Matchmaking is also going to be in there. Sometimes you're going to have like 30 seconds. Sometimes you're going to have 2.5 minutes. How do I say 2.5 minutes? The one test I did for a time test, I had a 5.5 minute match and 2.5 minutes in matchmaking. So that's right there up to about an 8.5 minute match. From that, you're going to get 3 pages. You're going to get 245 candy after match drop. And then you're going to get a little bit of candy also during the process of actually shooting other enemies. If you're getting kills, you're going to be getting some candy. Depends on if you get that many kills. Not everybody's great at Team Scorch, but you're getting some. So that's one. Personally, I don't think this is actually as efficient in the grand scheme of things. The matches can go a little faster, but depending on how things go, how your matchmaking times are, if your matches start stretching out a little bit more, the efficiency, I think, can get away from this one. Your second option is going to be Vanguard Strikes. Vanguard Strikes are going to be dropping 4 to 5 pages per strike. So you're already getting a boost up there. If you do two Crucible matches and you get 6 pages, and if you do 2 Crucible matches and you get anywhere from 8 to 10 pages, you got a bit of a step up in the page department for sure. Now, Vanguard Strikes can take a little bit longer. I had 9 to 11 minutes for a rough estimate. If you're kind of running through, use your fusion rifles, use particle deconstructor, pump out some damage, things tend to die fairly quickly. Now, some are faster than others. I had 2 strikes. I did Fallen Saber, and then I ended up doing Devil's Lair. We nuked both of those fairly quickly. They're a little bit more manageable. They're not like Hollowed Lair or Corrupted. Corrupted is going to stretch a little longer, for sure. But, you're also going to be earning a lot more candy in strikes because everybody's killing lots of enemies. Even if you don't pick up the candy, it's always, in your postmaster, so don't forget about that. If you, some drops, it's not a big deal. But the big thing is you're going to get more candy because you get 350 from the drop at the end of the strike, so 100 more than your Crucible match, and you're going to be getting 1 to 2 more pages per strike. Matchmaking on strikes is usually fairly quick because there's generally some people out there with crossplay, especially now. There's probably plenty. You're going to have good and bad teammates. You're going to have good and bad strikes, but an average of, say, like 9 to 12 minutes versus a Crucible match that could be like, I don't know, 7 to 9. I'm still leaning that the Vanguard Strikes in an overall average might actually probably edge out Scorched. And especially if you get to this in the following 2 weeks, after, you know, you go for the week of the 19th and the week of the 26th, Team Scorched isn't going to be here for those two. So at that point, you think of a normal Crucible match, you're talking anywhere from, you know, 9 to 12 minutes for matchmaking and the Crucible match as well. But you get less candy and less pages in something that's the same time as a strike. When Team Scorched is gone, definitely strikes are going to be better for sure. Now, the final option actually personally beats them both. But every so often you might need to, you know, palette cleanser, whatever it may be, go to a Crucible match, go to a strike. But it's honestly public events on the EDZ. And you're always generally going to have a rotation of stuff coming. So right now, you've got this public event. This is probably the Fallen public event. It's the Glimmer farm. Don't make the Glimmer public event, by the way, heroic. Those little, like, things that shoot up. Leave them on the ground. Just kill the ads as quick as you can. There's probably going to be some random newbies and blueberries that ruin it for you. But that one's actually faster because they don't have to be heroic. Whether it's heroic or not, you can get 2 to 3 pages per public event. Doesn't matter. And some of these you can do very fast. Like, you can do a public event in 2 minutes. I did one in 90 seconds by myself just because I was able to nuke the little servitor boss who spawns here in Firebase Hades, the one in the middle. Just with fusion rifles right now, you can nuke basically everything. I think I did that thing in about 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. So in 2 minutes, I was able to get 2 to 3 pages. I think that one I got 3, the next one I got 2, so average of 2 to 3. 210 candy, plus the ads that I'd killed throughout running around and waiting for it to start and stuff like that. And then when I'm done with this, I can come over here. Now, yeah, I've got 3 minutes of downtime, sure. But maybe this public event takes a little longer. Maybe the Glimmer thing took me like 4 minutes to do fully, and then this thing's almost about to start. So I've spent 4 minutes, I got 2 to 3 pages, 210 candy. This one, you can nuke this one in 2 minutes. People will shoot the vent, the boss lands, and the boss basically instantly dies. So now you're up to, say, 6 minutes. Now I've got 4 to 6 pages, so I'm above my average of a strike. It's been 6 minutes. I've got 420 candy, plus whatever I've killed as I've been running around. So we're starting to pass the candy for strikes now. And I'm only about 6 minutes in, approximately between, say, 2 public events. And that could even be a high estimate if you get lucky on the public events. And I've already passed both PvP and strikes. So then, after this one goes through, you'll be waiting on this one. Maybe this one takes longer, it's shorter. You could even sit up here and wait. You can go run around, kill a few ads. And then when that one's done, you're probably going to see something down here start going again. Now, if you get to that rare moment where you're like, there's not a public event queued up on EDZ, pop out, go do 1 strike, go do 1 Crucible match to, you know, as I said, cleanse the palette, come back down, and then you're probably going to see that something else is about to get ready to go by the time you get out, and then you can jump back in, do a rotation of like 3 or 4 public events, see what's up, and then again, if you need that rotation, jump back out for like 1 strike. If you're working on Pinnacles, you got 3 Gambit matches, 3 Vanguard Strikes, 3 Crucible matches. That's 9 ways to break up the monotony. And then, if the public events are queued up, then hit those for a little while. So that is my recommendation. Crucible, especially after this first week. Once you get to the week of the 19th and then the week of the 26th, if I can do dates right, those are probably going to be slower Crucible matches and less rewarding. Vanguard Strikes are going to be your middle ground, 350 candy, plus a lot of ads to kill, 4 to 5 pages per strike. Not bad, pretty easy going. Most efficient, it's going to be your public events. Make them heroic or don't make them heroic. Just figure out whatever the fastest way to do those are. And some of those really go very, very quickly. So if you guys found this video beneficial, please drop a like below. If you have opinions about what you know, the nerf they did to the other activities, please drop those in the comments. And, you know, maybe Bungie will see those. I don't know. But again, I'm sure you sense my frustration in the video. I'm sure you've got it as well once you kind of understand what I was telling you. Not a fan of what they were doing here, why they felt like nerfing it. I don't know what metric told them to do so, but I'm still not a fan. Even if it's a business decision, it's not a good consumer decision at that point. But if you guys want to find me, say hello, or you have a thought about this one, find me on Twitter. It is at Ebontis. If you want to find me streaming, it's either twitch.tv/Ebontis or right here on YouTube. So to not miss those or new videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the alert bell next to it. And if you want to support me directly, you can hit that join button after that, join the channel as a member, or you can find my Patreon. The link is in the description. It's Ebontis over there as well. Thank you all very much. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon.